Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. So we'll wait 2 more minutes. Let your friends join. We'll start. Okay. I'll post a message. Yes. Good morning, everyone. So people, those who have joined, you can ask your doubts. Yes, Sujay, you was asking something yesterday.
Yeah, so straight line graphs.
Can you please share that particular? Because your syllabus is completely different than what we.
Yeah, so do I put it on WhatsApp?
Yes.
Okay, so while I do that, you can take someone else's doubts.
Yes. Yes. What about others? Anyone asking? Bhargav.
Oh, 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
You were asking something yesterday.
Yes, sir. The quadratic equation, parabola, how to draw it?
Okay. What about others?
Sir, in the worksheet, fifth question, could you please explain like how to do it?
Yeah, I'll explain it. Yes, we'll go ahead. With the quadratic graphical representation of quadratic equations. Yes or no? People
Yes,
started
sir.
joining 1 second. So graphical representation of
Sir, not audible.
so we are talking about graphical representation of quadratic equation. Okay, Sujay has sent something here. Okay, Sujay will explain you, not an issue. I was talking about your doubt. Okay, not an issue. Please, I'll explain that as well.
Okay, sir.
Basically, first of all, yeah. So quadratic equation is nothing but what any equation which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, this is what called as quadratic equation. Which means what is the degree of this? Degree is 2. The equation which has degree 2 is what called as quadratic equation. All right, basically you should know that. So basically parabola can be drawn like this in 4 ways. It can be like this. 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 In 4 ways we can draw the parabola. Let me just maximize the screen. It 4 ways. Look at this. It can be like this. It can be like this. It can be like this. It can be also like this. I hope This is what, we can, this is how we can draw the parabola. So this is a parabola is what under conic section. Under, it's a, you might have learned about cone, right? Cone. You might have heard about that. In that cone, parabola is one part. So if you cut the cone properly, you will get ellipse, parabola, hyperbola, everything, and circle, etc. Let's talk about how can we draw that. When should we use upward, downward, left side, right hand side? When should we use this? Listen to me carefully, everyone. All right. So first, suppose this is my quadratic equation here: ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If my a is greater than 0, what is a here? Coefficient of x square. If a is greater than 0, parabola will be what? The parabola opens upwards like this. If a is less than 0, then the parabola open downwards. Very simple. This is what you should know actually. Okay, if a is equal to 0, the parabola opens
Sidewards.
it becomes what? Not sidewards. The parabola will become
Sir,
what?
it will be a linear equation.
Exactly. It will be a first degree equation. Be a linear equation or linear polynomial. Okay, first degree polynomial. And its graph would be what? Linear equation. It becomes linear polynomial. Let us write. Let us write a linear polynomial. And how the graph will be? Graph will be what?
It will be a straight line.
Linear graph, which means graph will be like this, either like this or like this, like this. Straight line. Graph will be straight. Okay, you won't be having curves. Yes. Now, now if I talk about nature, now how many of you know discriminant? Discriminant is a
Sir, I don't know.
terminology called D is equal to B square minus 4AC. This is a formula for discriminant. What is discriminant? How did you get this? We know, for suppose if I have a root, if I have a let's say x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. This is my quadratic equation. What are the roots? What are the roots? Minus 2 and minus 3 are the roots. So how quickly you told this? Yes, we have a shortcuts for saying this one. So 2 3 6 here, right? 2 3s are 6, minus into minus plus 6 here. So yeah, so minus 2 minus 3 are the roots of this, which means, now look at this. What is the nature of these roots? What is the nature of these roots? Nature of the root means the roots whichever we are going to get after solving a particular quadratic equation, whether it is going to be real roots or imaginary roots. What kind of roots? Nature of the roots is nothing but whether they are real roots, or real roots means real number roots. It could be any form of, and imaginary roots could be what? Non-real or imaginary can be what? Which is in the form of a plus ib something, or 2 plus 3i something. There will be I included. You will be learning in complex numbers, so I don't think so you are understanding now whatever I'm teaching. So this is not your concept, but still you are asking, I'm just teaching you. See, for finding the nature of roots, we use discriminant. See, sir, how did you got these roots? By splitting middle term method. And one more formula we have. What is that? Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. By substituting in this formula also, you can get minus 2 comma minus 3. Sir, what is b? What is a? What is c here? Look at this here. What is a here? 1. What is b here? 5. What is c here? 6. Straight away substitute here, you will get roots. This is also one type of method to find out a roots of the quadratic equations. Now why do we use, now let us talk about discriminant. Why do we use discriminant here? For deciding, for finding the nature of the roots. Whether, and what is the nature here? Nature means whether they are real numbers or non-real numbers. You understand? Whether real numbers or they are imaginary numbers. Imaginary number in the sense the number which is in the form of 3 plus I, AI, whether they are complex number or imagine like that. The number which is in the form of A plus IB or 2 plus, A plus IB. Let's say wherever you find
Sir,
Can we
variable.
use 2 and 3, sir?
Sir,
instead of
I is
minus
equal
2 and
to
minus 3?
root of -1, right?
Yes, I square, sorry, I square is equal to -1 only. The number which is in the form of A plus IB, those numbers are real roots. I mean, imaginary roots. And now if you are
Sir, in that formula, sir, in the formula for the root which you wrote in the down,
yeah,
so there it is plus or minus. So in plus will get answer, minus will get answer. So both of
exactly,
them are
exactly.
roots.
Both are the roots.
Okay, sir.
Exactly, both are the roots. So you can split like this: minus b plus b square minus 4ac by 2a minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. You can split it. Two roots you will get.
Okay, sir.
Okay, don't worry, we'll learn again in 10th standard. Now, what is b square minus 4ac here? B square minus 4ac is nothing but it is a discriminant of the given quadratic equation. So now I'm denoting discriminant with a d. If d is greater than 0, if d is greater than 0, parabola, that parabola cuts x-axis at two distinct points like this. Let me show you. Two distinct points. This is my x-axis, right? It will be cutting at two distinct points. When if discriminant is greater than 0, this is one different point, this is a different point. Both are distinct points only, no? If parabola, sorry, if discriminant is greater than 0, what will happen? Parabola cuts the x-axis at two distinct points. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So the roots are what? Distinct here. What will be the roots? Distinct roots. What do you mean by distinct? Different roots, not the same roots. Different roots means it could be +2, -2. Both are different or no? Distinct only, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, like that kind of roots you will be getting when if discriminant is greater than 0. What is the discriminant here? B square minus 4ac. What is b here? You can just coefficient of x. What is a here? Coefficient of x square. What is c here? Constant from the given quadratic equation. I hope it is clear with everyone. All right.
Yes, sir.
Look at this. So discriminant is greater than 0 means parabola cuts x-axis at two distinct points, and my roots will be what? I'll be having distinct roots. Now, if my discriminant is equal to 0, बेटा, अगर मेरा discriminant 0 के बराबर हो गया, तो क्या होगा? Parabola just touches the x-axis. देखो, ऐसा होगा. कैसा होगा? Just touch करेगा. This is how when discriminant is equal to 0, parabola just touches the x-axis. What? Just touches the x-axis. Okay. So which means what? Which means what? Parabola. Which means what? The given quadratic polynomial touches the x-axis at only one point. Yes or no? Yes or no? That is
Yes,
what
sir.
it denotes here.
Yes,
The given
sir.
parabola touches the x-axis at only one point, which is called a single point here. So when it happens? It happens when discriminant is equal to 0. अगर discriminant 0 के बराबर होता है तो क्या होगा? पैराबोला एक्स एक्सिस को एक पॉइंट पे, सिंगल पॉइंट पे टच करेगा. किधर? एक्स एक्सिस पे. आया समझ? So this is what you need to understand here. Okay. So then what kind of roots you will be getting here? Roots क्या होगा मेरा? अगर मेरा डिस्क्रिमिनेंट 0 है, रूट्स क्या होगा? रियल होगा. मेरा रियल नंबर रूट होगा एंड इक्वल होगा. रियल एंड इक्वल. कुछ भी रियल नंबर होना चाहिए, दोनों बराबर. देखो प्लस and minus दोनों केसेस में, in both the cases, in either of the cases, my roots should be real and equal. If I'm getting -2, here also I'm getting -2. These are real numbers and equal. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So when it happens, when discriminant is equal to 0, roots will be what? Real and equal. अगर discriminant greater than 0 है तो क्या होगा? Distinct roots होगा. अगर हम लोग क्या करेंगे अभी? Discriminant less than 0 है. अगर discriminant less than 0 होगा तो क्या होगा? मैंने पैराबोला है ना, ये पैराबोला क्या करेगा? जस्ट it lies below the x-axis. It lies, the entire parabola lies below the x-axis, like this, okay, below the x-axis, and there is no point of contact. Sorry, I am just my, इधर देखो ऐसा लाई करेगा नीचे, इधर पॉइंट ऑफ कांटेक्ट मतलब एक्स एक्सिस को नहीं टच करेगा इधर, it is not going to touch the x-axis, it will be lying simply downwards to the x-axis. I hope it is clear. आया समझ? When it happens,
Yes, sir.
when discriminant is less than 0, parabola entirely, what will happen? above और below, above भी हो सकता है, below भी हो सकता है, ऐसा भी हो सकता है, ऐसा समझ, कहाँ तो भी, मगर क्या होना चाहिए, ऐसा टच नहीं होना चाहिए एक्स एक्सिस को. दैट इज व्हाट द मेन पॉइंट हियर. देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ कांटेक्ट, देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ कांटेक्ट between the x-axis and that particular parabola. Is it clear with everyone, beta?
Yes, sir. Sir, that curve of parabola meaning like each curve is like each point.
Exactly. Look at it, sir.
And
You will be learning about tangent. Look at it, sir. Tangent. Look at tangent is nothing but touching a curve at a single point. Drawing a line by touching a point on that particular curve is called as tangent. It is like a tangent. You'll be learning in further classes. Don't worry. All right. So exactly, you are right. Okay. So
Can you
what is
tell what's the tangent again and note it down, so that I can.
tangent is nothing but touching a line at single point on a curve. Touching a line.
so how do we find it?
You can look at it. First of all, you have circle.
Touching a line.
Look at this, sir. This is a circle. Let me say. You can write in your own language. क्या होना चाहिए इधर? क्या होना चाहिए? कुछ भी. A circle can have infinite number of tangent. देखो क्या होना चाहिए इधर? देखो what happening here? This line is touching at single point. This line also touching at single point. ऐसा होने वाले को क्या बोलता है? Tangent बोलता है. Tangent of that particular curve or circle. Yes or no? Touching
Yes, sir.
that line at a single point on that curve. Touching the line at a single point on that particular curve is called as tangent. Okay? So tangent, normal, everything will be, you'll be learning in your higher standard. Don't worry. So now we'll talk about this graph. So let's not waste much time. Now I have to clear this, Sujay's doubt as well. चलो. So इधर क्या होगा? No real roots. क्या होगा? अगर discriminant less than 0 है, तो क्या होगा? There is no real roots. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, इधर क्या होगा? Graph, how the graph will be? It neither cuts nor touches. Neither cuts nor touches. That is what the nature of the graph when discriminant is less than 0. Okay.
Sir, by non-real roots, what does it mean, sir?
Non-real root nothing but ऐसा देखो, real number नहीं होना चाहिए. It could be any other number. Look at imaginary number. मैंने बोला था ना अभी. देखो, if you have something like beta, whenever you have, look at this. Have you ever heard about square root of negative number?
Yes, sir.
Have you heard? So so far you didn't learn square root of negative number. So far you didn't learn, isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
you'll be learning in your 11th standard. Square root of negative number. Look at square root of -1 is always will be denoting with I. Now if I write square root of -2 will be denoting with what? I can write this as √2 I. ठीक है? ऐसा वाले देखो मेरे पास अभी आ गया -2 plus I have -3 by 4 I have. Then what kind of root is this now?
-2 plus √3i by 4.
Yes, this is my
Okay.
non-real root now.
Okay, sir.
This is my non-real root. Or I would say this is imaginary root. Imaginary roots. I'm writing somewhat fast. इसको बोलते हैं imaginary roots. Why we are calling that as imaginary? Why? Because I is involving. I is getting involved here. That is what called as imaginary roots here. I hope it is clear with everyone, beta. आया समझ?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what is the use of it except for drawing graphs?
For that square root of negative number. Hello.
Yes, sir.
That is a complex number actually. That is a complex number. Till 10th standard, you'll be learning about real numbers only. You'll be
Yes, sir.
learning about real numbers only. Coming to the 11th standard, you'll be starting learn about complex numbers. You will start learning complex numbers. Complex number is nothing but finding square root of negative numbers. So you'll be learning in brief, don't worry. Clear? So
Yes,
till
sir.
10th standard, you'll be learning what? Real numbers.
Real
only.
numbers.
About real numbers. Coming to the 11th standard, you'll be learning about complex number. Complex number is nothing but what? Any number which is in the form of a plus ib, like 2 plus 3i, minus 4 plus 3i, and so on. For why do we use complex numbers? For finding square root of negative numbers. Okay, so these are the big history behind, big stories are behind that. So we don't have much time to discuss. Look at this here. So let's not go beyond that. So when discriminant is क्या होगा देखो ये पता होना चाहिए आपको. This one everyone should know. अगर discriminant greater than 0 होगा, parabola cuts the x-axis at 2 distinct point. But roots are what? Distinct roots, which means different roots. ठीक है, अगर discriminant 0 है तो parabola cuts the x-axis at single point. My roots are what? Nature of the roots what? Real and equal roots. Here nature of the root was what? Distinct roots. Okay, so अगर मेरा parabola क्या होगा? Sorry, अगर मेरा discriminant less than 0 है, it neither cuts nor touches. So sir, it should be here only, or should it be here only, or it could be here, it could be here, it could be anywhere, but it should not cut x-axis. It can be upward, downward, but it should be what? It should not cut that. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So it can be above or below of the x-axis. This is what the graph parabola. So yes, hope it is clear with everyone. And now we'll go with Sujay's doubt. Bhargav, I hope I cleared your doubt briefly.
So there's one small doubt, sir. Like, if d is lesser than 0, it shall not touch x-axis, even if it's like above or below, right?
Exactly.
There are also like,
Okay, sir.
can you just
Understood.
explain in brief how to draw it?
Which one?
The parabola, sir. How to draw it? Can you explain in brief?
Drawing the parabola.
Yes, sir.
Basically, look at this. Drawing the parabola is all about, you'll be having a standard form of that parabola. Y square is equal to 4ac. Y square is equal to 4ac. What is this? This is also a quadratic equation kind of thing. Look at this. Let me say, drawing the parabola, that's what I'm telling you. You should know parabola is nothing but what? Drawing, like, you can draw anyhow. This is the parabola drawing. This is how you should. 4 type of parabola will be having. When to draw up, when to draw down, when to draw left, when to draw right. You'll be learning in 11th standard. Need not to learn now. Don't
Okay.
worry. So when to draw up, below, left, right, that particularly you'll be learning in 11th standard clearly. Don't worry about that. So if you teach also whatever you have now, so that will be spoiled. So let us not go and let us not make
Okay, sir.
let us not make our things so
So
complex.
now let's clarify Sujay's doubt.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Straight is waiting. Perform. Chalo, we'll start with that. Straight
Yes.
line graphs. Basically, in straight line graphs, what happens? Basically, this is somewhat related to coordinate geometry. What do you mean by coordinate geometry? Look at this. We'll be learning. We'll be having x and y axis. Wherever you have x and y axis is called as Cartesian plane. Yes or no? Will be. Why do we use coordinate
Yes, sir.
axis? Why do we use coordinate axis? To plot our coordinates in a Cartesian plane. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if I have x comma y point here, what is x here? An abscissa. What is y here? An ordinate. So this is, right, basic. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Now look at this here and plotting the point, right? Simply.
Yes, sir.
So exactly what do you want me to explain exactly? Can you please tell me?
So y equal to mx plus c, and when they give a question,
Mhm.
they ask you to find the gradient, and then you have to put the gradient in equation form. How do you do that?
Basically, look at this. Gradient is nothing but what? Slope. Gradient
Yes, sir.
is nothing but what? The slope. The slope of a line. Okay? The slope of a line is what called as gradient over here. Hope it is clear. So basically, for finding slopes, let's say that this is my line, straight line. ठीक है, this line passes through, let's say that 2 points. Either 2 points is called, let's say a point is what, x1 comma y1. Let's say that b point is called x2 comma y2. Remember clearly, listen to me clearly, whenever a line passes through 2 points, whenever a line passes through 2 points, what is a gradient, which means slope of the line? M is equal to
y2
m is equal to
minus
vertical distance between 2 points. Vertical distance is nothing but what? This one, y-axis. So we need to talk about y-axis now. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is my gradient of this line, I mean slope of the line. You understand? Sir, y2, what is y2 minus y1 here?
yes sir, that I know, that I know.
Vertical distance between 2 points divided by horizontal distance between 2 points. Vertical distance which we'll be talking about. Look at this. This is my vertical. This is my horizontal. Vertical distance with x-axis coordinates. Horizontal distance with x-axis
So,
coordinates.
so for example, we find the gradient and they ask us to put it in equation form. So if they ask us an equation parallel to the equation we've given, the gradient can be same, but y-intercept can be different, right?
Exactly. Look at this. So look at this here. For suppose you have, let's say that, let's take your question once. For suppose you have, basically you should know, this is what called as slope intercept form of a straight
Okay.
line. What is slope intercept of a slope intercept form of a straight line? Y is
Y
equal
equal
to
to
mx
mx
plus.
plus c.
Okay. So first suppose, let me take a simple question. Let me see. I'll give a beautiful question to you. It's a class 11th question. Let's see whether you solve or not. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Just a minute. देखो, basically here what is m, what is c, you should know. What is m here? Slope of the line, which means gradient.
Gradient.
Slope of the
C
line.
is the y-intercept.
C is what here? Y-intercept.
So it should be on the y-axis, right?
Y-intercept of the line. Yeah. Look at this. Let me solve one question. Let us solve one question. Simple question. Simple question. Don't worry. With the slope 6 and y-intercept 4, find the
Y
equation
equal
of a
to
line.
6x plus 4.
Very simple. Look at this. Y is equal to what? Y is equal to, slope is what here? Substitute here 6x plus y-intercept is what? 4. This is my y is equal to.
Okay, sir.
Yes or no? Yes. 1 second. Be in line.
So isn't it a linear equation?
Yes, it's linear equation.
Yes. Clear? Huh. Very simple. Now, I'll give somewhat different question to you.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
So in some of the questions, sir, we have to
Mhm.
use this process where
Uh-huh.
we have to give one equation as equation 1 and the other as equation 2. And to balance either x or y, we have to multiply it with, for example, 3x and the down one is 5x. We have multiplied 3x with 5 and 5x
Exactly.
with
That
3.
is the solving,
And
equations.
so what do we call that process?
Solving the equations. We have learned in linear equations, right? Linear equations
Yes,
in
sir.
two variable. Look
Yes,
at
sir.
this here. First of all, let me say 3x plus 5 is equal to 0 you have. Okay. All right. So you have 5x plus, let's say that 3x plus 5y is equal to 2 you have. 5x plus 4y is equal to 6 you have. How can I solve this? Let us say first equation, let us say second equation. So how can I solve that? Listen to me carefully. The first equation, if I multiply first equation with what constant, with what number, if I multiply the first equation, so that my equation, both equation will be getting tallied. Look at this here. Can I multiply first equation with the 5? So that 5
Yes,
Yes,
is
sir.
sir.
15.
And you
Can I,
may
second one?
multiply second equation with 3.
Why? Because 3 into 5, 15. 5 3 is 15. Yes or no? Clear? Now freshly
So in
written.
this, after we do the multiplying process, when we have to like add and subtract them, so these 15x and 15x will get cut. What do we do with the next number like 5y and
Look, yes,
4y?
yes. Let me finish. You will be able to understand.
We have to solve that equation
1 second. 3 into
and
5,
then
15
obtain x and y.
plus 12y. All right. So 3, 6 are 18. So now you have to subtract, right? I'm subtracting. Not need not to subtract. You can subtract. Look, if I subtract, so these two will be getting cancelled now. So symbol should change, right, when you are subtracting. So how much here? 13y.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
13y. How much? 13y is equal to how much? Minus 8. Yes or no?
Minus
Yes or
8,
no?
yes, sir.
Y is equal to what? Minus 8 by.
So do we have to use
Minus
the
8 by 13.
so do we have to use the same symbol for all the things? 15x minus, 12y minus, and 18 minus.
We are subtracting, not same symbol. Look at this here. That is
Yes,
not.
sir. I mean the same process, subtraction.
Look at this here. You have plus, right? So if it is plus, I need to write minus here. If it is plus, I need to write minus here. All right. You
Sir,
have.
if it's minus,
I have to write plus. That's it.
okay, sir.
You have
Okay,
plus.
sir.
I'll be writing minus now. Yes or no? Let's say now y value I
Yes,
got.
sir.
Y value I got, right? Y value minus 8 by 13 I got. If you straight away take the y value and substitute in this equation, you will get x value. As simple as that. Yes or no?
So where do we use this process and which type of questions?
Which type of? Everywhere, wherever you get this type of question, you can't say that, oh, basically we'll be studying about, we'll be studying about all this stuff in linear equations in two variable. Here I have two variables which are x and y. Okay, I have two variables which are x and y. So basically this type of process you'll be using to solve linear equations in two variable. So why you are calling this as a linear equation? देखो बेटा इधर क्या है? This degree is 1, right? Degree is 1, right? That is why I'm calling this a linear equations. For solving linear equations in two variables, I'll be using this formula. I mean this process. Clear? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now look at this. Let me give it to you one more question. We'll solve a simple question here. Y value I got. You need to substitute. What is the first equation? What was the first equation? Look at this. You take 3x plus 5y is equal to 2. You can substitute in this equation or in this equation. Anything is fine. Yes or no? Look at this. So 3x plus 5
Yes, sir.
into y is what? Minus 8 by 13 is equal to 2. So 3x is equal to what? 2. 5 8 how much? 40 minus 40. If I shift to the right hand side, it
Minus
becomes 40 by 3.
13.
Okay. So 3x is equal to, take LCM, 26 plus 40 divided by 13. Sujay, are you able to follow the class?
Yes, sir.
So what is the answer now? Tell me. 66 by 13. So x is equal to what? 66 by 13 into 3.
Into 3.
So 66 by how much? 3 ones, 3
22.
22s. So
22 by 13.
22 by 13. Very simple. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes or
sir.
no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is my x value, this is my y value. That's how we can solve it. Very simple. Now let us solve one, the question whichever you are asking about. Look at this. Write the equation of a line. Write the equation of a line in slope intercept form where slope is -2 and passing through the point 0,9.
So we have to substitute -2 and y.
Why
equal to
my
mx.
Just
But
substitute
minus
x
2
and
x
y and
minus
we
y
get
is
it.
equal minus
Yes,
y
Look at this
sir.
here. Look at this here. What is my formula? Y is equal to mx plus c. Why you are using this? Why? Because he's talking about slope intercept form. This is my slope intercept form here. ठीक है? So मेरे पास slope है. क्या है? Slope है. ठीक है? So what is the
-2,
coordinates given here? X coordinate and y coordinate given. So let me substitute.
0 and 9.
हाँ. So look at this here. 9 is equal to -2
9 is equal to
into x is
0
what? 0 plus c. So what is c
Plus
here now? 9.
9
C
is
क्या है?
equal to
9 है. Now substitute again. Y is equal to, what is the form?
9 is equal to -2 into
2x.
0. Okay.
This is my
Minus
slope
2
intercept.
plus 9.
This is the required equation of the line. This is my equation, right? Yes or no?
Okay, sir. Understood.
Very simple.
Okay, sir. So now, how do you find midpoints, sir?
Midpoints. How midpoint? What is it? Midpoint. Look at this. So basically, for suppose you should know one concept here. Wait a minute. Internal divide and external divide. For suppose you have a point called P here, point called Q here. Okay, and one point R you have in the middle. Okay, one point R. What R doing here? What is R doing here? R dividing P and Q point
By half.
internally by half. Internally means inside. From inside only it is dividing, right? This is a separate. This is a separate part. Are so much? Huh. In the ratio what? In the ratio what? In the ratio called M is to N. Let's say that. Okay. So what is point P here? Let me say point P is x1 comma y1 and Q, let's say that x2 comma y2. You should know sectional formula here. What is the sectional formula? What do you mean by sectional formula? Sectional formula is nothing but dividing a line internally, dividing a line externally. So you'll be having this type of process. Okay. So when I'm dividing internally, my what is the x comma y coordinate? When I'm dividing it in externally,
x1 y1 divided by 2, x2 y2 divided by 2.
no, that is different. You're talking about midpoint. See here, if I talk about midpoint formula is what? X1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2
Yes, sir.
by
That's what I was asking.
yes, this is what you are asking, but how did you get that? That's what I'm trying to explain. Look at this. We got this one as, look at this. I have P point, Q point dividing R, R point called R dividing PQ in the ratio of M and N. What is the, I need to find out what is the X coordinate. This dividing internally, right? Internally. So internally means what is the X comma Y coordinate here? You have a formula. mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n. Again, same thing. my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n. This is my internal divide formula. If I talk about external divide,
So what is external and internal?
internal means dividing a point. See here, point R is there, right? That is dividing
Yes, sir.
the line called PQ. Point R
Yes.
is dividing the line called PQ internally, from internally means from inside. Externally
sir.
means from outside. So you'll be learning all this stuff in your 10th standard. Don't worry. So this is a point P.
There's outside meaning like there's another line and PQ is the
No.
half of that line.
Yes, look at this here. Internally means R is a point. R will be in the inside the middle. Like mid of that line. And externally means R will be outside. Now look at this here. P. This is a one thing and this is a one thing now. Let's say that this is M and this is N. Okay, here it was m, here it was n. PR is equal to m, RQ was n. Here PQ is m and PR is what? N. Don't worry, you will be learning briefly in 10th standard. This is not your concept. This is ICSE syllabus, so
Okay.
I'm explaining him. Okay, so now look at this here. What is the formula for this? What is the formula for external divide? Same formula. Same formula. Look at this. Same formula. But the only change is what? Only change is what? Oh. One second, beta. Only change is what? Here, symbol. What is the symbol? Here you'll be having minus. And the denominator also you'll be having minus. Okay? So this is what your external formula. Now I'm talking about midpoint. Now if you think logically, common sense इधर देखो आपका common sense use करो थोड़ा. I'm asking about midpoint. Midpoint is a section of what? Is a part of internal divide or external divide? Midpoint कहाँ होता है? बीच में तो होता है.
Internal.
Internal divide. Yes or no? That is why we'll be using this formula. Midpoint का मतलब क्या होता है? Dividing a line exactly in the middle with equidistance. Yes or no? Which means let's say that this is 1 unit, this is 1 unit now. आया समझ? Which means what? This one is what? Here m. Here one is what?
Yes, sir, understood.
Clear? M. This is n. Now straight away substitute in this formula. इसमें substitute करो. इसमें substitute करो. Internal divide only, right? What is the formula? I need x comma y coordinate, right? So m,
Yes, sir.
m is what here? 1 into x2 plus n is what here? 1 into x1 divided by m plus in m. What is m here? 1 plus 1, comma similarly m into y2 plus 1 into y1 divided by 1 plus 1. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Sir, how did we get mn and s1?
sorry.
Sir, how do we get mn and s1?
No. I'm just considering equidistance. This is a midpoint, right? It is dividing R, dividing middle. So I'm taking this as 1 unit and 1 unit. Both should be equal. You
Okay,
understand?
sir.
That's a unit, sectional form, right? It will be dividing in a unit distance. So you'll be learning in 10th standard. I'm telling again and again, you'll be learning in 10th standard. Need not to worry. I'm telling you how we got this midpoint formula. I'm deriving it. I'm proving you.
Okay, sir.
Midpoint formula. This is R. What is R coordinate now? What is R here? See, P is what? X1 comma y1 beta. Q क्या है इधर? X2 comma y2. What is R? This is what my R. X1 plus X2 by 2, y1 plus y2. This is my x coordinate, this is my y coordinate. Of whom? R. As much?
Yes, sir.
Now look at this. How we are getting that? Look at this. Just
Yes, sir, understood.
इसको क्या करो? 1 into x2 is x2, x1 by 2. Similarly, y2 plus y1 by 2. This is how I got my midpoint formula. What is the midpoint formula?
Okay, sir.
Average of the x coordinates plus average of the y coordinates. I mean, comma x1 plus x2 by 2, comma y1 plus y2 by 2. That is my midpoint formula. Hope it is clear.
So where do we use the formula x1, y1, x2, y2?
x1 y1 कौन सा formula? Which one?
When you have to find if you are given two coordinates between 2 points.
Can you please tell me the question so that we can solve that?
No, sir, I don't have questions on that, but ma'am said we'll have questions related to the formula.
What ma'am said?
So, actually in exam questions we have this formula. In our textbook we don't have this formula. Ma'am said this is a bit out of syllabus.
Okay, so you are asking me to give you the questions on midpoint formula.
No, sir, can you explain the formula x1, y1, x2, y2?
What is x1? I didn't x1 y1 x2 y2. What is that? There's a no meaning.
x1 into y1 bracket, x2 into y2 bracket.
x1 into x2 bracket, y1 into y2 bracket.
Yes, sir.
There's no formulas in such such thing related to this. No. You have a different formulas. Y minus y1 is equal to
Yeah, sir. This, I mean, not MS, not. Yes, sir. This one only.
This is a point. No, this is what called as point slope form. How do you got this? Point slope form. Point slope form का मतलब होता है एक, look at this here. I have a point here which is called P1. P of x1 comma y1. I have slope which is equal to m. Whenever you have a point, whenever you have a slope, what is the equation of a line? This is my equation of the line. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. As much. This is the equation of a
Yes,
line.
sir.
When you have a point and slope. Let me give a question. Find the, everyone try this, equation of a line which passes through 6, 8 with a slope 3. Make it fast. What I told बेटा, कब यूज करना है इसको? अगर मेरे पास एक पॉइंट है, एक स्लोप है, तो क्या करना है? दिस इज माई इक्वेशन ऑफ द लाइन. व्हाट इज द इक्वेशन ऑफ द लाइन? y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. सब्स्टिट्यूट करो सीधा उसमें. y minus, what is y1 कोऑर्डिनेट हियर? 8 is equal, स्लोप क्या है इधर? 3. x minus x1 क्या है इधर? 6. आया समझ? y minus 8 is equal 3x minus 18. मेरा इक्वेशन क्या बनेगा अभी? yes or no? Minus 10 is equal.
Yes, sir.
This is my equation of a line. Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Now one more thing you have. See, this is my equation of the line. Can you please write? Write in the form of y is equal to mx plus c? This equation, whatever the line equation I
Sir,
got.
it should be
So
plus
y
ten,
equal,
right?
so y equal to 3x. I mean
Huh?
3.
Which one?
So it will be.
One second. Piyush, which
So
one?
y is equal to minus 10 minus plus 10 minus 3x.
Sir, it should be 3x minus y plus 10, right? The last answer.
3x minus.
Y plus 10, right? So the answer for the first question.
नहीं देखो, मेरे पास 3x minus 16. हाँ, मैंने I'm just shifting the y to the right hand side. 3x minus 18 minus y plus 8 is equal to 0.
Minus 10 itself.
Huh?
Okay, sir, understood.
3x minus y minus 10 is equal to 0. Right only, right? This is what I wrote. This is what I wrote. Yes or no? Huh. Look at this. Can you please write this equation in the form of y is equal to mx plus c?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Uh-huh.
Before, for the same question, use a different formula, right? For a
Which
similar question. Sir, can you scroll up?
Yeah. Y is equal to mx plus c. That is also correct. Look at it. That's what I'm
No, sir.
saying.
Here you used the same different formula for the same question, right?
This one. Yeah, I understood your question. Look at this here. First, sir, in a previous question, use this one, right? Y is equal to mx plus c.
Yeah, and you
What is
just
the-
substituted the
Yes.
values.
What is y here? 8. M is what? 3. X is what? 6
Yeah, sir, yes.
plus c. What is c here? c क्या है बेटा बताओ? -10.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, अभी इसमें सब्स्टिट्यूट करो. y क्या है इधर? लेट इट बी y एज इट इज. इस m क्या है? 3x -10. सो इसको
Yes, sir, it's the same.
-y -10 सेम ही तो मिला दोनों. देखो, both are same or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Both will be same. Don't
Yes,
worry.
sir.
So this is what? This is my point slope form. Sorry, slope intercept form. This is my
Okay,
point
sir.
slope form. ठीक है? Both are same.
So all my doubts are clarified.
All your doubts are clarified. Okay. So look at this now. My question is, now I'll give a simple question here. How can you convert this particular equation in the form of y-intercept form, my slope intercept form, in the form of this one? First, इसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए? I need to shift all the.
So slope will remain same. Yeah, sir.
Look at this here. What will happen here? So y is equal to. अरे यार एक मिनट, मेरे पास क्या है? माइनस वाई है ना, तो माइनस वाई, लेट मी टेक माइनस कॉमन हियर. So what will happen? 3x.
Yeah, sir, we learned this. We have to just shift everything.
You shift everything. Same thing. Yes or no?
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir.
Slope is what here? 3. देखो.
-3 and y-intercept is -10.
Yes. Plus
So,
3, not minus 3.
So I have a doubt, but it's on upper and lower bounds accuracy chapter.
Huh?
So when they give you a number and they ask you to find the significant figures and it's in points, for example, 0.005, and they ask you to find the first significant figure, then how do you do first significant figure and we have to round it off?
Significant figure. Didn't you learn? Guys, you might have learned in 7th standard, if I'm not wrong.
No, so significant figure is not my problem, sir. When they give it in points, I get confused.
Okay. We'll solve the question one so that you'll understand. Look at this. अगर आपके पास, if you have like this, so you have 7 point, let's say 8 3 कुछ भी ले लो, 4 7 8. All right, so I'm asking that round this number to 2 decimal places. Round this number 2 decimal places. How can you round it up? 2 decimal places is nothing but underline the second number after the decimal. I mean second digit. This is the first digit, second line. So this is my second digit. So I have to, my question is what here? You understand?
Yes, sir. So it will be 7.8.
Round the number to
So the value of the digit will depend on the next digit, right?
exactly. This is the question. Okay. So round the number to 2 decimal places. 2 decimal place मतलब after decimal दूसरा नंबर है ना, उसके पास उसके ऊपर ऐसा लाइन डालना है. ठीक है. और इस you just underline it. Underline the second digit after the decimal point. क्या है इधर? ये 3 है, तो I'm just under, I just drawn a, underline, I just underline that. So the next digit is what here? What is that? Next digit is what? 4. You have to look at the next digit. Yes or no? So it is less than 4, right? It is less than 5, isn't it, Sujay? Clear?
Yes, sir. So
It is less than 4. It will be, what will happen then? It will be remain same now. So what is the answer now? 7.83. Agar in case you have a question like this, 7.83, same question, round the number to 2 decimal places. What would have been your answer now?
7.84.
Very good. Why? Because look at this here. What is my second number here? I mean, after 3, 6, which is greater than 5. Greater than 5. Yes or no? Which means
Yes,
I
sir.
go for the next number. I need to add 1 here. All right. So here my number is what? Less than 5. So which means I'll be remain with the same. Clear? All right or not?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now let's solve one more question. .695. So round this number to 2 decimal places.
0.69. I mean,
0.7.
7. Yes, sir. 0.7.
0.7. Yes. Why 7?
Sir, because 5 is greater than 9, so it will go to the next digit.
I'm asking that round this to 2 decimal places means I have to underline here. Take a look at the next number, which is greater than or equal. I mean equal है ना 5 के बराबर. तो क्या होगा next number? 69 के बाद क्या आएगा? 70. Yes or no? Yes or no? After
Yes, sir.
69,
Yes, sir. Yes.
70. Yes or no? Clear only? After
Yes, sir,
16 you'll
clear.
get 70 only. No, like that.
Okay, sir.
Yes, this is what the session is all about. I think we couldn't clear everyone's doubt, but you have your exam, right? That's why. So any doubts, children? So far, whatever we have learned, it was a very interesting class today. So do you have any doubts here?
No, sir.
Piyush, you was asking the doubt, right? So
Yes,
need
sir,
not
worksheet.
worry that. We'll discuss. Leave that question. We'll discuss in the next class. We don't have
Okay,
time.
sir.
Okay, please keep that question. Sorry, because we couldn't finish as many questions as possible. Okay, so we discussed all.
Yes, sir.
Not an issue. We'll discuss in the next class. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.